I'm John Fox on channel John West, and I'm having an Outer Wilds adventure. At least I will be when I've clicked on the screen. We're going to resume. Well, we're going to start a new one. Oh, I dropped the gimmick, didn't I? Dropped the gimmick. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have myself a can of raspberry Pepsi. I got myself from the shop. That's where you get drinks, isn't it? I guess you could mine the drink from the earth. You know, get the Pepsi in its raw form. But, let's wake up, take a brush and grab a bit of shake-up. I'll never remember the notes. So what's our plan? I'm not entirely sure. I took a week break because I work, and when I'm working I don't tend to record. Physically impossible, but you know what I mean. I like to rest when I'm resting. This is sort of like work, apart from it's fun. At least I try and make it fun. No, it's also sort of interesting, the shape. I wonder if it's doing like a proper shape. Like, why these positions? Right? These are the most logical positions they can be in. I could look for these escape pods, actually. That's something I could do. Could I go for a place? No. I could just go to a place I hadn't been yet. Like the sun. The white hole. There's more to explore the white hole, we know that. The vessel. Okay. Statue workshop. I found a sign for the statue workshop next to the broken door that used to lead to inside the island. Some Nomai children debated bypassing the statue's workshop door, sneak inside via an alternate, more dangerous route. I can see into the large cave from the one in the ruins on top of the island. The bottom of the cave is filled with water. Okay. Yeah, we've never been to Hollow's Lantern. Is it like we could just visit a place we've never been to before? Let's go to Hollow's Lantern. I mean, if we can. I fancy something a little bit different. That's Ashtrain. We don't want to go to Ashtrain. Let's add a rock. Dark bramble. Little hollow. That's Hollow's Lantern. Well, it looks like I'm going to die if I land in there, but we'll certainly give it a go. Just curious, that's all. How's the game crashed? My job. You know what? There's a bunch of stuff I should have turned off, and I didn't. Okay, that was a poor idea. That was a poor idea. It was a lava rock. Let's not do that again. Thing about Ash Twin. You know what? There was that space station. That's the thing he wants me to do, isn't it? I can't. We'll give it a go. What we want is that thing there. Problem is to get close enough. May as well be at a bit where we can see on the sun side. Then I'm just going to wait here for it to come around and see if I can get a better place. Go on. That thing. I think I'm in a pretty good place for it. Okay, that. I'm constantly falling towards it. We might be able to get back on a ship. Okay, so I didn't want to fall in. Why doesn't it ever crash? What is that? Okay, what did I just hit then? Oh, there's Statue Island. Oh, we might be able to jump from the island. There's something I never really considered. Oh, no, it's my ship. My ship. That's getting further away, isn't it? Right. I think this was the reason why I wanted to try something else. What's up with Ash Twin? What's it connected to? I don't want to just abandon plans and move on to others, but that's literally what I'm about to do, isn't it? But I know it's all connected, so... I don't feel that guilty, but I would like to have a theme for the episode. So far the theme is faffing, and I didn't want to spend another entire episode faffing trying to land on something that clearly doesn't want to be landed on. But it's right there. But I might find clues on other planets. Mightn't I? What is Ash Twin? Okay, they are between the sun and... Okay, I think that's something worth looking into then. Ember Twin or Ash Twin? Ash Twin sounds like it'd be less dangerous. think I might land on the other one accidentally. Okay, I landed on this one. I totally meant to do that. This is Ember Twin. What's that? Interesting, doesn't it? Well, this is interesting. We have a picture of the twins. Writing. High Energy Lab. Rami, note, this door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the White Hole Station. Pi, Rami and I will be running this experiment till one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong, although it's inconvenient the lab currently can only be assessed on the path from the Sunless City. Providing sound inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realise this is an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. An update, the High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, I'm sure, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab, okay? Sunless City is that way, but I'm going to have a quick look around this first. If there's anything else. Nah, I think I'll just take the path. Did I take the path, or did I just stupidly... Ah. Should have taken the path. Go to the pole. It's a tiny moon, isn't it? So... There's Jet. Goodness, it's you. Hello. I take it it's your first launch went well then. Welcome to the Hourglass Twins. I understand now. What are you up to? One fella asked me to update our star charts, so I'm out here observing. This is one of the best places in the solar system to spot astronomical events, you know. What's weird is I've actually seen a couple of supernovae already. Usually I'd be fortunate just to see one. Keep an eye out keep an eye out, or keep an eye or two on the stars. Maybe you'll spot one yourself. Tell me, what can I do for you? I found something. Please do tell. Actually, never mind. I don't know if I've spotted a supernova. Supernova look like extra bright stars to the naked eye, but if you zoom in with your signal scope, you can tell they're actually enormous explosions. Massive stars go supernova at the very end of their lifespans, which is why it's so unusual to see two in a single day. I wonder if these stars are older than we realized. What are you doing out here? Right now I'm documenting stars. Hornfels noticed our star charts are out of date, so they asked me to update them. Please don't tell the others I said this, because sometimes I think I'm the only traveller out here interested in doing any science at all. Maybe don't tell Hornfels either. I think they're pretty deep in denial. Why should I explore? To be honest, I haven't left this lake bed. I don't mean to brag, but I'm really quite good with Little Scout, so I've been taking pictures of everything from right here in my campsite. Have you seen the old shipwreck site on the Ember Twins' southern hemisphere? One shooting a bright beam of light into the sky. It's not one of our crashes, surprisingly enough. This one's a Nomai ship. You'll find Nomai ruins across the Twins, but strangely, not a single settlement. Believe me, if there was one to see, I would have seen it with my Little Scout. So where did they live? Not on the surface, clearly. The Ember Twin, it's full of cave systems, so maybe the answer lies underground. How dangerous is the big column of falling sand? On the scale of 1 to dead, I'd give it a 7 of 8. Skip it up, 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 dib it up. I'm the scat man. Dib-a-dib-a-dim-bum-ba-ba-bum. Awfully pretty though. Right now, sand is flowing from Ash Twin to Ember Twin. Did you know that the process eventually reverses? We're not completely sure why the sand flows back and forth between the twins, but it seems to be a natural phenomenon. Oh, if you'd like to see something interesting, check out the other twin once a little more of its sand drains off. I promise you won't be disappointed. Okay. Oh, look at that. Check out in here. Bet I can jump too. Yeah, I have to, don't I? This. Colas is missing! He vanished from the lake bed cave, one at the bottom of the city lake bed. One at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole, several days ago, and we've been unable to find any trace of him. I don't know how much air he had left when he disappeared. I beg any friend reading this, please help us recover Colas. Hello, this rock is very familiar. Did you travel here, my sedimentary friend? Because your unique colour and texture appears to be identical to a rock I met earlier. Wasn't this the same rock fragment in the cave we found at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole? An update. Malarai went back to the lake bed cave and observed this rock again. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. This means this rock wanders like the quantum moon does. How curious. Plan to re-examine the northern lake bed cave. Maybe our friendly rock will meet us down there. Cool. What's this? I've discovered quantum fluctuations. This game is incredibly cool. And I know nothing sounds less cool than somebody saying that, but don't be smug. Let the cool thing, let it wash over you. Live a little. seem to be a bit over there that I'm curious about. What's that over there? This is it. This plan's got loads on. I feel like I should have done this much earlier. Look at that. Oops. Ooh, this looks like that other bit that crashed. Is it not? Sumner City. Wonderful. Who needs paths? Gravity cannon. Pull the shuttle home. Look at that. Sweet. I fear our situation may be dire. Hi, Poke. I landed here on this comet not long after its arrival in the star system. Our shuttle's equipment had strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and they descended inside to investigate the source of readings. Pi and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface either. Should I leave the shuttle and look for them? Want to follow protocol? I don't know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke, Pi, come back to me safely, my friends. We have gained a lot from this episode. After a very fancy start as well. I'm going to double check. Okay, we've gone to a new place. What? I think I died. We got a lot from that. I'm not entirely sure how I died then. Oh, well, look at the computer. Not done with that place. We didn't even go to the Sun City, did we? Quantum caves. That's a gravity cannon. Look at all this stuff we got. What do the colours mean? I feel like grey means we're done with that. But like, it just introduced a bunch of grey things, so I don't know what grey means. Huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upwards gravity field. I recalled a Nomai shuttle from the Interloper. Okay. The Nomai landed the Interloper not long after its arrival on the solar system. The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings come from somewhere beneath the surface. Clary, the Nomai who stayed behind, lost contact with the other two after they descended below the Interloper's surface. More to explore here. I mean, I think that's a pretty good place to look, check. Ooh, Church Camp apparently has more. Oh no, it's just... Yeah. Bert thinks the lack of surface ruins means the Nomai must have lived somewhere underground. There is a path leading to the high energy lab from the Sun City. I found a trail marker for the Sun City, but the path is blocked. Okay. High energy lab. Oh, they're connected to that. Quantum. Yeah, we never really went to see the Tower of Quantum Knowledge, did we? Right, we need to pick something for the end of this video. I'm not sure why I... Clearly going back there. What are you? Okay, we don't actually want to go on the shuttle, do we? I know what I did. I know what I did. It was dumb. Go there again. Remember, twin. Got ourselves like a landing pad there. Better landing, I think. This will eventually leave it somewhere. Thought it might. This is just going to be something basic, isn't it? You're an idiot, John. Found an escape pod. Noah, we need status reports for all systems, but initial things first, is everyone unharmed? Our skip pod's passengers are afraid, physically well. Noah, everyone survived a crash? This is a relief, at least. You have my gratitude, but were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals? I can hear both signals somewhere in the star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us. For the log. Not that button. The in-flight log, escape pod 2 vessel has been mortally injured. Its emergency sequence activated. Escape pod 3 now launching escape pod 2. Collision imminent, preparing for impact. Scanning external environment, scan complete. External temperature is prohibitively high but inhospitable. Do not seek shelter on surface. Heat from below the star system sun is more bearable below the surface, says Melloweye. When our escape pod punctured this planet's surface, it broke into what scans show is a cave system with much cooler air. I would recommend we seek a site down there to build a long-term shelter. And these passages are a maze. Even with this danger, they are still our best chance for survival. We'll form teams and descend into the caves to look for a shelter site. We can mark our findings on the walls to avoid becoming irreversibly lost. Be careful, everyone. Be aware of the sound as you search. It appears to be rising gradually. Emergency escape hatch. Keep moving, friends. There's nothing of interest at the end of this passage but rocks. And while the rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time. Do not follow this tunnel to its end. Carlos and I will examine the horror that lies at the terminus later, provided we live through this. Ah. Oh, it's one of those things. How did it get there? Oh, what's this? Can I read that? Maybe not. Found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. Believe we can construct long-term shelter here. Cavern Mellowai found is a wise choice for the shelter. Could one of you mark directions for the others to follow? It's the side of the path to the shelter site. I've left directions to guide you there. Note, we must hurry. This pathway is filling with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand and make sure no one is lost. Yeah, that was bad. Of note, passage leads to breathable air. You fill your supply tank there. We cannot tell how far or deep these tunnels may wind. Do not linger, as the area is exposed to the heat of this alien sun. I think I might let you go once I... Oh yeah. This is incredibly cool. That's the escape pod, isn't it? Nothing in there. Right, I'm going to let you go because it's 45 minutes. I'm not going to end the run though. I'm going to leave you... Can't go there. Ah, it's this thing again. Well, we've got to check out that ship though. We'll find that ship at the start of the next episode. I've been John Fox on channel John West. I've been having an Outer Wilds adventure. My fuel is critical. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.